Okay, so in this video, I'm just gonna go ahead and break down exactly how to go ahead and release all those thoughts that are in your mind. Now, just so you know, I just moved into my brand new house. It's super echoey, I'm pretty sure. I also got my dogs and my babies and everybody unpacking. But you know what? I'm committed. I got a thing on my heart that I wanna go ahead and share with you. So the very first thing is this stuff called mind chatter, okay? Mind chatter is a consistent dialogue between you and a voice in your head, or maybe multiple voices in your head. So the question is how do I silence that voice? Or how do I get that voice to be a little bit nicer or not such a bitch? Okay, I get it. Here's what I want you to understand. There's only one way to silence the voice, and it's to stop running from it. It's to sit with it and let it do its thing. So what if I told you it's not actually you trying to silence the voice in your head, it's you actually being able to be still and know that you are God. Yes. See, what I want you to understand is if you try to outrun your shadow is always going to be there. Do you see how that goes? No matter where you go, no matter how hard you try, no matter what it is that you attempt to do, if you try to outrun your shadow, it's a part of you. So that voice in your head is not actually meant to be silenced, it's meant to be understood. Now, this is where people completely drop the ball. They think that their job is to heal that voice in their head. The best way to end something is to starve it. Okay, now stick with me. I have a beautiful bamboo plant that just was unpacked. If I wanted that bamboo plant to die, but I continue to water it, it doesn't matter what I want. The mechanism in the plant, the intelligence in the plant is if it gets the attention it needs, it grows. So here's what I want you to understand. That voice, you may think that trying to distract yourself, trying to think about other things, trying to outwork it is going to suppress that voice or is going to neutralize it, yet that voice only gets louder whenever you try to run from it. You want to know why? It's because it's hard to run away from something and keep checking to see how far you have increased the distance from the thing you're running from without, stick with me, what was I saying? Okay, yes, without trying to look back at it to see how far the distance was so that you can see finally where you're going. Here's what it is. You're either focused on where you're headed or you're focused on what you're running from. Very, very, very hard to silence that voice in your head if you're consistently checking in on it, or if you're consistently entertaining it, if you're consistently giving it attention. What I want you to understand is the best way to end something is to starve it. So, what does that mean? Can I be aware of the voices in my head and focused on something else? We only do things once here, so just let me think. Anyway, can I be aware of what's going on and not give my energy and attention to it? Of course. I have a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old. And when she wants ice cream, and I tell her, unfortunately, we already brushed our teeth, and she starts having a temper tantrum, if I start to negotiate with her, if I start to say, but this, but that, the only thing she's caught on is, I can't have ice cream right now. And if I engage in that behavior, it's only going to give her more assurance that I'm trying to fix it. The other option is I can say, hey, unfortunately, we can't have ice cream right now. She starts to have her temper tantrum, and then I say, you know what? I can appreciate, honey, that you want the ice cream, but I'm not going to talk to you when you are acting this way. So until you can get yourself in order or put back together, we're not going to have a conversation. So then she gets the approval to feel her emotions. And then when she puts herself back together, then she goes ahead and we move on with our night. Now watch. I'm aware of the temper tantrum, but I'm not engaged in it. It's the same thing in your head. Can you be aware of those voices, that mind chatter, that scariness, that fear, without engaging with it to give it more energy to grow? So the best way to end something is to starve it. But the best way to grow something is to nurture it. So here's what I'm looking for. Instead of stopping the mind chatter, how about we start to talk about better things, think about better things, have feelings and emotions and a focus about what you can look forward to, what you can experiment with, what you can allow yourself to understand on deeper levels. See, where focus goes, energy flows, right? So I think you're really starting to understand this. Stick with me. It's not about ending the mind chatter. It's about placing the nutrients, the focus, and the attention on things that you would prefer in your life. Where attention goes, energy flows. Whatever you feel is what you are going to manifest. Whatever you think is what you're going to see in your life. And whatever you move forward to is also going to move forward closer to you. Okay? So it's this simple. You get what you focus on whether you want it or not. The voices that are in your head are coming from a frequency and a paradigm of lower level vibration and frequency and energy. If you want better thoughts, we need to get you in better energy. A change in energy, my friend, is a change in destiny. So instead of you trying to get away from the thoughts, get away from the negativity, get away from the scarcity, how about we bring into our subconscious new things to be able to understand, break apart, move forward into? You got to understand, guys, you are the operating power to all of this within your own consciousness, your perception. And the way you perceive reality is the way you receive reality. So if you are perceiving these thoughts in your head as negative or doubting or fearful or debilitating, immobilizing maybe, then how has you been trying to get out of that bin? Exactly. You were put here to enjoy your life, not to escape it. So what I would recommend is start to dream again. Start to open your heart again. Start to get curious again. Start to say, you know what? If I can't get out of this hole, well then I'm going to stop trying to get out of this hole that my mind is putting me in, and I'm going to place my focus into what is going to nurture me as I nurture myself. It's all a you game, my friends. Anyway, should you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and place them inside of the description or the comments. Should you like to go ahead and get on my wait list, you can find that in the description as well. I typically specialize with entrepreneurs, business owners, executives, corporate, etc., and bringing them back into alignment so they can experience a very prosperous life, a very prosperous professional life. My name is Master Johnson. Remember, you are not, my friend, a victim to your reality. You are the architect. You are the architect to it. You're the architect of it. So if you can understand that and truly fall into the alignment of it, then you're going to be able to recognize that you must become a master architect. I am Master Johnson, and you are a wealthy person. Low quality video here, but high quality information. Implement it, use it, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, my friend, stay aligned and take care.